Essex Parts is the industry leader when it comes to providing race parts for your car. With a staff of racers and engineers, we develop and test products in-house and on the track. We get even more information and data from the elite race teams and drivers that Essex supports in professional racing around the world. From assisting professional race teams to being trackside for the countless club racers that keep motorsports alive in the U.S., Essex Parts has the knowledge and expertise to give you exactly what you need. In the world of motorsports, the Ferodo name is synonymous with winning. Founded in England in 1897, Ferodo was the first company in the world to be entirely dedicated to the design and manufacturing of friction products. Ferodo has been subjecting their racing brake pads to the rigorous testing and development, from the laboratory and the dynamometer programs to the torturous conditions of competing in a race circuit. These ultra-high performance Ferodo Racing brake pads are now produced in Mondavi, Italy, and Essex Parts is the exclusive North American importer and distributor. Ferodo pads are the competitive edge that every driver is looking for. But how do they do it? What is it about these brake pads that allow your car to perform better than the competition? Here's something you might not know. Not all brake pad manufacturers oversee the design, testing, and production in-house. They're sitting in an office on this side of the world while their products are being produced on the other side of the world. So when it comes to achieving the highest quality level possible, would you rather buy from a company that outsources their work to a manufacturing plant that they might tour once a year, or a company like Ferodo who produces 100% of all friction parts in-house? And Ferodo's house works with the highest quality certificates associated with OE production. Each set of brake pads endures 26 separate quality tests during their manufacture, which guarantees a repeatable and consistent product, because at the end of the day, that's what we're looking for: safe, controlled, and consistent braking. Let's talk about Ferodo's in-house design. You can see that the back plate is manufactured from high tensile steel, meaning minimum distortion when subjected to the high clamping forces common in motorsports use. Pads are manufactured to maintain high tolerances on the pad and back plate dimensions, including flatness, parallelism, and overall thickness. When brake pads keep their shape, you're not going to get uneven wear, and your brake disc will last longer. The Ferodo Racing division has designed and developed these pads specifically to optimize both the lifespan of the pad and your disc. If you've ever had a problem with your brakes being spongy and you couldn't figure out why, then you're probably using a pad that didn't have a thermal underlayer. Without a thermal underlayer, the brake pad gets so hot that your brake fluid will start to boil, and that'll cause that spongy feeling. This can be hard to diagnose. By the time you pull off the track to check your brake pads, the fluid has cooled down, which will leave you with no clues to follow. The Ferodo brake pads are designed and manufactured with a thermal underlayer between the backing plate and the friction material, so you'll be able to eliminate boiling brake fluid as a possible culprit of what's causing that spongy feel. Essex primarily focuses on three of Ferodo Racing's current compounds for the North American market: DS2500, DS111, and DS Uno. The DS2500 is one of the best hybrid street track pads on the market. It features a moderately high bite and solid fade resistance of a track pad with the relatively low dust and noise levels of a street pad. Flat torque curve: as temperatures go up, the response through the brake pedal remains consistent. The DS111 has slightly less bite at higher temps versus their older DS3000, but it doesn't decompose nearly as quickly under extended heavy use on the track. It has a flat torque curve, which means that as temperatures go up, the response to the brake pedal remains consistent. It's easy on the disc and doesn't have many of the judder or vibration issues that competing products have. All around, it's a great race pad that'll perform well and last a long time. The DS111 is a perfect choice. The DS Uno is Ferodo's latest offering. If you like the DS111 but want a little more bite, we recommend the DS Uno. Doesn't wear quite as long as the DS111, but it offers a higher overall mu once it reaches track temperature. One of the features that our clients love about these Ferodo brake pads is that you can run different compounds on the same disc. It's like a road and track pad system. For those of you that run your car on the street and the track, you won't have to rebed your disc when swapping pads. That's going to save you disc, time, money, and makes prepping for the track a lot easier. The question at the beginning of this was, how does Ferodo do it? And I'll tell you how. 100% in-house design, testing, and manufacturing. 26 quality controlled tests, high tolerances on the pad and backplate to keep their shape, and a thermal underlayer to reduce the risk of brake fluid boil. That's how Ferodo brake pads are able to outperform the competition. If you have any questions that I didn't answer, call us from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern. Your call will be picked up by a person, not a machine, and we're going to get you the answers that you're looking for. Call us at 704-824-6030 or email us at support@essexparts.com.